It's day... Ooh, looks like Woohoojin's taking a break, which I totally agree with. So today what we're gonna do is watch Woohoojin back when he was silver. And you know what else we're gonna do? Hey, Nikki!
Yeah?
You wanna come watch Woohoojin?
Okay!
Great! Well, as you might know, Nikki's never played Valorant before, so this is gonna be interesting. Let's teach her a little bit and teach you at the same time. Let's get into it. They won't be mean to you.
Okay.
You gonna be mean to her?
No, don't be mean to me.
You're gonna be mean to her? Today we have a special guest with us, Nikki here, my girlfriend. She has absolutely no idea what Valorant's about. And it's going to be great because this is going to be perfect for those of you who are brand new to Valorant and have questions. She's going to ask some questions for us today. I'm going to answer them. And who better to look at than a silver of Woohoojin, who is currently on break right now from ranked. So I'm excited to see what silver Woohoojin on Jet has for us. Let's take a look. So back in the day, hun, there was a nerf. Do you understand what a nerf is?
I know, like, Nerf guns, like the ones you play with when you were a kid.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. Nerf guns. You got it. That's right. So nerf, the terminology of nerf means that it's going to debuff or it's going to be not as powerful. So this character here, Jet, has the ability to dash really fast. Okay, so move really fast. Okay. So basically what would happen is when you press this button back in the day, you would instantaneously move forward. Now they changed it where there is a basically a set time, so you press it and then you have a set amount of time that you have to press it again to be able to dash. Other thing that's really cool is that in this version of the game there's 3 cloud bursts. Now there's only 2. Okay, so cloud bursts are smokes that you throw. All right, and this one right here, this updraft, is an ability to jump high into the air. So see right here, this is actually a cloud burst right here. Okay, this is that smoke right there that they can throw, but that's from the enemy team. It's cool, right? Yeah. It's cool, white, shiny, a little bit of red. That's how you know it's enemy.
I like pink.
You like the pink? Yeah. That's how you know it's the enemy one, right? Yeah. And you'll see a different color when he throws his other one. So what this means is that the enemy Jet is over here. Okay, so that means that their sight hold is going to be a little bit weaker because they're probably not going to have Cypher. Now Cypher has the ability to throw trips across the bomb site. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced, look at this comp, and you know that I've talked about this several times in the past. 4 duelists, 2 flex duelists, and 2 entry duelists. So the 2 entries typically are going to be the ones leading the charge, but in this rank, anything goes. So the big thing that we want to look at here in terms of the attack side is seeing that this sight hold potential is actually very weak. So straight on pushes can work really well against this kind of comp. And if you just delay a little bit and try to stall out or get them to throw utility, you weaken their ability to sight hold as well. So you can see right here, that was the first kill right there. It's the round number 2 right now. So you can see how he just used his dash right there. He moved really quickly across. It's like instantaneously. Back in the day, you could throw this right away.
Down. Nice.
These smokes, these are from Brimstone.
Okay.
These are from Brimstone. So our teammate Brimstone. So you see how there's no red aura in there? That means it comes from us. That's our team. Okay.
Down. Nice.
He's asking for the plant to go down. Interesting plant spot. See, normally most people would plant right here. This is the default plant spot where people will go. Another one is in the back corner right over here. And higher rank players will typically plant in the back left corner because they can shoot bullets through this wall. It's a spammable wall.
Joke's over. You're dead.
So what just happened there, he said, joke's over, you're dead. So if you look at the top of the screen, you see this green background behind him? That's him using his ultimate. What this ultimate does is he's got 2 lives basically. So when he runs into the site, if he gets killed, he can respawn again and go back at him again. So he gets 2 lives to attack.
Okay.
So that's his first life right there.
Okay.
So this is where it's very interesting because if you're Woohoojin right now, the last thing you want to do is really expose yourself. He could have fell back to what we call Boathouse, which is back here. And this spot would keep him alive a little bit longer. It would have given him a lot more advantage for fighting this particular person as well. The other thing he could have done too is he could have cloud bursted this. Now, a lot of people sleep on the one-way cloud burst. If you toss a cloud burst onto this spot here, it pops to this radius. So you'll be able to see the legs of the Phoenix without them actually seeing you. So one-way smokes and cloud bursts, super powerful. That's totally something that he could have done in the situation. But ultimately, I think the easiest thing to do is to go exactly where Rex Erection is right now and just fall back into Boathouse. You see some wild names in this game. Definitely not PG-13. The thing that's tough about coaching this rank is you really don't know what's going to happen because there's nothing that they do makes any sense. Literally. That was actually a decent kill. We actually watched this quite a bit on on his raise to radiant grind. So clearly not clean with how he jumped up here, but because the opponent is not the greatest player in the world, he's able to get away with this. So when you're doing this particular jump on sneak way, you jump from the bike all the way to this box. Now what you want to do is actually jump up onto the lip of this ledge, and that way you can smoothly walk out and clear it properly. And typically when you're doing this, you want to do it with 2 people. You don't want to do it with 1, because it creates an opportunity for him to be able to kill. The other thing too that gives this away to a degree, which a lot of people sleep on, is the sound effect that Jet gives. So when we float, you actually make a really, really big sound effect that pretty much everyone in a radius of this distance right here, as you can see the circle on the minimap, that's the distance of which someone could hear that float. So as soon as you hear a float, it's automatic that your crosshair placement could be up to where Woohoojin is. So we're very fortunate to get this kill, and definitely you want to be paying attention to those little things. Obviously that first bullet went off to Narnia. So when he jumps up, his crosshair was off?
Yeah.
Did you notice that? I can't even see his crosshair. It's such bad quality in this spot. But you know.
I already knew it was off.
You already know. Yeah. We taught her so well. Taught her so well. Wait, you can jump on that? I had no idea you could do that.
Ice cream shop?
Yeah, it's a gelato. This is like when we went back to Italy. Remember when we were in Italy?
That's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah. I had no idea you can jump on that. What? This is new tech. Is this actually a thing that you can do? This is crazy. I had no idea you can do that. Interesting. See, when I watch these low rank VODs, I learn something brand new every single time.
We're both learning then.
It's just like the game is played on such a different level. Okay, so this is a big mistake, obviously, from our Sage. Now, this ability here, can you have a guess as to what that does?
You slip on it.
Yeah, it's slippery when wet. It's slippery when wet.
Okay. Is that right? No.
No. No, so when you walk on this, it slows you down. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So what happened here was our teammate actually impeded the progress that Woohoojin could make on this position right here. He can't walk past this part. He can, but it would be really, really slow. Now, the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that back in the day, this game had a buff as well, or a nerf, if you will, for Sage. Anytime you walk on it, even if you are going slowly, you still made noise. I'm not sure if this was patched at this point here, but this is definitely a detriment for Woohoojin. Now, the one thing that we could have done if we wanted to was cloudburst, updraft, and dash into it to gain the space, but that would be way too dangerous in this point, because at this point there's probably someone here, maybe here, and then obviously we just saw someone right in this position too. So there's not really much you could have done if you got crossfired by a bunch of people. You understand what crossfiring is, right? You got it. So they're standing on opposite sides. Now, this is the most wild thing I've ever seen in my life, right? Hands down. These two were clearly hugging each other in the corner behind Tetris box. I've never seen anything like it, right? This is like new gen strats all coming from Silver right now. You can't even read this shit. Now, how do you deal with this? Here's the thing. When you're playing in Silver, there's so many mistakes made that if you just wait a little bit longer, they're probably going to end up peeking you or getting anxious and doing something. They're not going to sit here for the entire 1 minute and 40 seconds. And you can see right here, there's 1 minute and 5 seconds left. So there's still plenty of time to be able to react on things. And the thing that makes this game really simple is that when you show up, people will naturally start rotating at this level. So if you wanted to, you could even make a whole bunch of noise here and then tell everyone to go back to the other bomb site, to make it really simple.
Is that A main and B main?
A main right here,
Yeah.
and then B main. Yeah, you got it. You're on.
Heard you say those words before.
You're on it like a Shakespeare sonnet.
Let's go.
So in this level, the raise rocket is terrifying because people don't know how to avoid it. So as you can see on both teams right now, see the yellow behind the background of those characters? That means they both have their ultimate. So raise quite frequently will actually pop it right at the start of the round and run at people, and people won't know how to deal with it. They'll end up just standing there a lot of times in this rank. So it's a very high threat of someone pushing out and potentially an ultimate here. When you're in higher rank, this is almost guaranteed to happen early on to the round to get information, especially on Ascent. Makes it really easy for you to rotate and to stack a bomb site if necessary. Naturally, whenever a raise ult gets popped, most people in higher ranks, or people who know it's coming, will try to hide. So that's one of the tricks that you can use to be able to get onto the bomb site very, very easily. There's the knife. You see that?
Yeah.
That was sick. We just saw Radiant Woohoojin there just for like a brief second. Look at that.
You're dead.
So there's that ultimate I was talking about. So he could be going anywhere. And as you can see, there's the Raze right here on the mini-map. So Raze could very well be popping his ultimate as well. Popping her ultimate as well. Potential. Wow. I wonder where he learned that pathing from. So that's the updraft dash. See how fast he went in there? It's crazy, right? So every time he kills someone with the knives, he gets his knives back. So he gets 5 knives that he can throw. This is very scary because the Raze could come in right now with a rocket and then we're all on site. Here it comes. Here comes the Raze rocket right now. This is terrifying. He's so smooth with it. Look at him go. Pure talent. Where's his aim right now in his immortal games? Okay, so you watched. Yeah, bye. We did. We did. How did we die though? What could we have fixed here? What could we have done better? What do you think?
Wait, where the fuck did that come from? Am I allowed to say
Where'd it come from?
Yeah.
Came from hell. Came from hell.
I didn't.
All right, so
I
let's.
was being so attentive. I couldn't even see where it came from.
I know, it's so crazy how fast it came from. Like, look at that, boom, right there, that guy.
From over there. Okay.
Yeah, you see him? Okay, that's the lane entrance. Now, here's what's interesting. This is a similar mistake that Woohoojin made on the first round that we watched. Now, remember how he was out in the open? And I told you he could have fell back all the way to what we call boathouse. This would have been the best position possible for him. And the reason why is that he's able to isolate fights on lane and able to isolate fights on the stairs as well. Stairs is over to the left and lane is this spot. So what you want to do is you want to minimize how many angles you are exposing yourself to. Okay? So where the threats can come from. So you want to have one peeking you at a time. That way you can only really have a 1v1 situation. So in order to keep the enemy in front of you, I call this the key protocol. Okay, keep enemy in front of you. We need to back up and give space. Okay. And we really should have get backed up and gave space much sooner because of that Raze ult right there. So again, if he falls back and he's not in this position where he's now exposed to one angle and the second angle to the right, he would have a much easier time right now and he wouldn't be getting killed like this.
Last player standing.
Yeah.
Make sense?
You're smart.
No more meddling.
You're hot.
Both on site.
So right now he's getting what we call hornswoggled. Okay? 0 to 5. So what happens typically in 0 to 5 when you're a Valorant player is you start giving up. Your mental goes through the tubes, right? So we need to be able to bounce back right now. This is a perfect time for Woohoojin to say something inspirational. Maybe even a dirty joke. For example, look at these 2 balls right over here.
Yeah.
It looks like balls, right? You know, all you gotta do is point something out like that and you make people laugh and everything's good.
Yeah. You gotta cheer him up a little bit. You can do this.
Okay, random brim ults there. Holy. Oh, we see a oh, what the
My God.
fucking angle was that? That's what's so terrifying about this is when you go into site and you're in these low ranks, you have no idea where they're going to hide. Like, there's just random positions they're going to be. So, what Woohoojin tries to do here, and this is something that for pretty much every single jet at all levels, they try to do what I call the zip line, okay? It's where you put one cloud burst on the entrance, and you place another cloud burst in a spot that you want to dash to. So, it's literally a zip line between both. Now, why do you do something like this? The reason why we do that is we were trying to draw crosshair placement. By placing a cloud burst here and placing a cloud burst here, for example, and popping dash, you're able to zip across into cover to cover, which makes it easier for you to first of all reveal where they are on the minimap for your teammates, but also draw the crosshairs away from a main, which makes it easier for your team to scale up on. Now, he tried to do this, he was a little bit off, and literally, the only thing he could have done differently in this situation was just, first of all, time it a little bit better, but also work on and practice in server. So the first thing you want to do is go into Valoplant and set up ways that you want to do your zipline. This could be one, for example. You could also do an updraft and dash into the top of Gen, which is another good one. There's one where you can do it on top of here. I don't recommend this one as much, but the one over here on Dice is fantastic because you're able to isolate fights to the right as you're going out, scaling, clearing all the angles as such. It's going to be up to you to figure out through your experience what works best for you in terms of all your pathings. And what you really want to do is figure out at least 2 to 3 for every bomb site on retakes for defense and also setting site executions for offense. Sound clear? Good? Any questions?
That's a lot of information.
A lot
but-
of information.
Yeah.
He's reporting someone. Comms abuse. Uh-oh. He's reporting someone for comms abuse.
We all gotta be kinder.
We all gotta be kinder.
Yeah.
That's so true. Just be kind.
Your comms, you gotta like not be mean to each other.
Exactly. Let's just all love each other,
Yeah.
right? Like when people love each other.
Yeah.
Can you love a guy named Rex Erection?
You know what to do.
Well, I gotta get to know it first.
Couple dates first, right? Yeah. Fair enough. It makes
Come
sense.
on.
That's wise. That's wise.
Yeah.
So what works really well with this updraft and dash is that he went with a shotgun. So it's a close range weapon that's able to, you know, spread and take a person out that's pretty close range. This fight is also really well done considering the fact that he does it off the back of his raise. So when Raze ults, naturally everyone backs up or falls away from the entrance. So it makes it a little bit easier for him to be able to catch someone on the back end right now. So we're picking up a Phantom here. 4v3 situation, calls out the site's clear. Where is the bomb? Oh no. Okay, so now we're going to have to reacquire the bomb, and it's not going to be an easy one as Raze has just got the ult as well. So we have a couple cloudbursts that we could burn here to be able to move. Alright, so now we're in a 2v4 situation. So again, I've talked about this millions of times when you watch my content. When you're in a 2v4 situation, you need to be aggressive. We know that the Raze is on this side. We know that the Reyna is on this side. So we have to pick and choose one of the fights. The best way to do that is cloudburst one of these entrances. Now, if you remember, cloudburst back in the day would be around 4.5 seconds, I think. Maybe even longer. Maybe even up to 5 or 6 seconds, I think, actually. And this would last for an eternity. So it's easy to be able to isolate a fight on the Reyna if they want to do that, or isolate a fight by throwing a cloudburst to the left and holding it out. Now, the cloudburst, when you press it, you can actually guide it in the air and land it into a certain spot. So you can like guide it with your mouse into an area, and that makes it a little bit easier to isolate fights on this Reyna, or this Raze. And there's the Reyna right there. Oh, another fight right there. Being aggressive, doing the right thing, I just recommend at that point, and this is something I see a lot in lower ranks with Jets, just not using the cloudburst enough other than the site execution, which you've seen him do already, which is impressive alone. Going with a shotgun again, so he's probably, I would imagine he's going to cloudburst dash into the gen area because he can generate a close range fight from there. There's a cloudburst, there's a dash, oh my goodness. Oh, great first kill, great first kill. He has a tracker on him, oh no, he doesn't know. Take it out. Oh, you're so dead, he's so dead. Wow, how is he surviving right now? This is insane. Oh my god. He could actually win this though, because of the position that he's in right now. This is totally possible. And the bomb is actually planted for him, I believe. No, it isn't.
Where's the spike? I can't see it.
He doesn't even know where the spike is. Spike is planted back in gen. Now, this is for everyone. This area right here on the bomb site, terrible place to play. So one person decided to play in generator here, and that's the worst position you can play in post plant. If you think about it, when you're playing in higher rank, you get absolutely annihilated. So if there could be Odin spray, so Odin is a big weapon. It's like a machine gun, and it can shoot through these walls like paper.
That long range fight.
No, it's more closer range, medium range, but you can use it at longer range. The thing about it is that you can shoot through walls very easily, so you can just rain hell on this entire area. Now, typically in a regular comp, you're going to see an Omen on the other side, and that Omen's able to paranoia this entire area right here. Okay? So that's a blind, a near sight. So when you throw it through the wall, you make everyone blind, okay, which makes them freak out.
Yeah.
So this entire space here is dangerous as hell to be able to be holding once you planted the bomb and you're trying to defend the bomb site. So I always recommend just backing off from that position altogether. Stay away from it. Play from hell, play from dice, play from tree, play from A main. Those are your best options. You enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Great. She's lying.
No, this is fun.
Oh my goodness, they had 2 updrafts. I forgot about the 2 updrafts. Man, Jet was so overpowered back in the day. It's insane. Oh my goodness. Did he get updraft here too? No. Floating.
Oh no.
Okay, so what happened there? Do you know what happened there?
He floated right into the spot that the guys could kill him.
Well, again, if we go back and we look at the mini-map, this is something that a lot of people sleep on. As we're floating here, look at the range in which someone can hear someone. See that circle right there?
Yeah.
That's the range of where you're making sound. So if you look at that, he's actually in a position where this Raze walks up and can hear him. So as soon as he gets to this spot right here,
Cat's clear.
and he drops off, he makes a sound when he drops off. So this sound, again, you see that radius. That raises up nice and close and knows exactly where that person is. Now, there's a thing that happens in online gaming, which is called Peeker's Advantage, okay? That means the aggressive player typically will win the fight. And the reason why is that if you have a computer and you're sending information to the server, that server is now sending information to you and vice versa. So the person who makes the action and delivers that information typically has the advantage because the server will pick up that information before delivering it to their screen. So you won't be able to see them while they're doing this. So what happens here is this person peeks out and Woohoojin has no chance to react. He's already dead.
So he has Peeker's advantage?
Correct,
Okay.
because he peeked out into him and Woohoojin was in an on angle. So the best way to deal with this is to be peeking in and out whenever you're in an on angle, so be actively moving back and forth. Never stand still in a spot that is obviously pre-fired. Now Woohoojin at this point in time probably didn't know that the sound made that much of a difference that gave him the info, or Raze the info in this situation, to be able to peek out at that exact moment and take advantage of that peeker's advantage. So something to be aware of, chat. Again, Peeker's advantage. Again, Peeker's advantage. So that's 2 times you've seen it like that.
Yeah.
See how it's like near impossible to be able to like really detect it? Now, the one thing that this Raze does incorrect is they move on a diagonal. Now, diagonal peeking is really bad as well because you can't maximize the
Can't
speed.
do WD. Gotta only give him the D.
Only give them the D, exactly. In this case, it would be the A, though. All right. So I know that you've just been watching my content. Been watching my content. This time we give them the A. Okay. We don't give them the A and W. We
Like
just
me,
give them the A.
I get lots of A's. In
Yeah,
school.
you get lots of A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
See?
all about that.
I know all about
exactly.
A's. I can
She
get
knows
the
all
A.
about getting the
Yeah.
A, right? So in this case, just the A, right? So what we'd have to do is move forward and then move to the left for them, the right for us. When you move in a diagonal, it makes it so much harder to be able to maximize the speed in which you peek and the speed in which you deliver information again to the server. So you're not going to be able to maximize that peeker's advantage. Makes you a bigger target. The only reason why they end up winning this fight altogether and Woohoojin has a chance to shoot back here is because Raze has the operator. And the operator is what we call the ELO stick. 1 shot, 1 kill. It's a big sniper rifle.
How do you get that one?
You got to buy it. It's very expensive. $4,700. Yeah. Save your pennies.
Yeah.
Put it in your piggy bank. 4 HP in a dream. Taking way too much time. And this is something I see so commonly in Diamond and below. Just taking time to get to the bomb site. You're just wasting it at this point. You need to be able to use this to be able to kill both. And to be able to get on that bomb as fast as possible. When you take too much time when a bomb is planted, you just make it harder and harder every second that passes to be able to retake that bomb site and defuse it. 12-1, this is spelling the beginning of the end, so we're going to see some RR lost here, unfortunately, probably. Now, here is another big problem right here, okay? What do you think is the issue? This weapon right here is called the Spectre. It's a small machine gun. So small
close
weapons,
range, right?
Yeah.
But is he
And
gonna use it for a long range?
He's
fight?
going to use it for a long range fight.
Oh no.
Woohoojin, where you at? This one's a noob. Where you at, Woohoojin? Come on.
Oh no.
So you can see the long range fight he took there and how badly that went right away, right? We're very lucky to be alive in this situation.
I would run.
I would run too.
Get out of there.
I'm going to marry this one. That's so hot.
Spike planted.
See, there's 2 people in the middle. This is not good. They will come after him here.
Oh no.
Whoa, that flash took forever back in the day. Oh my goodness. No bueno. Well, and it seems like that's going to be that. So, hun, I got to ask, if you were to rate all the names here, which one's the best name?
I mean, I have to give it to Resurrection. That's quite unique.
You're making me jealous right now.
Raze, that's pretty plain.
We'll just go with the original. All right, well, thank you for joining us today.